today I'm going to teach us on how I design this flyer here. Very, very simple and straightforward. So without wasting our time, the first thing I'm going to do, we'll come to our file, click on new, click on we'll create the size 5 inches by 5 inches, resolution 400. Make sure you put your color RGB, then click on create. So it will give us something like this. So the first thing we are going to do, I've already opened up the files here. So I'm going to be dropping the files for us. So the first thing we are going to take our background, which is the main background, this one here. So I'm going to be taking it inside, so I'll close it. We just drag it. Oh, sorry about that. Use the space. I'll drag it like this. Make sure it's fitting in place. Yeah, something like this. So the next thing I'm going to do, we'll go to our filter camera raw, so we can boost the picture with our camera raw. Use our basics, increase the contrast a little bit, reduce the white and the highlights, reduce them like this, and reduce the black too. So we'll get something like this. So we can increase the texture a little bit and the clarity, sorry. So and just follow the settings here. Then for your vibrance, increase it a little bit. Just follow the setting here, then hit OK. So we get something like this. The next thing I'm going to do, I'm going to be blurring this background. So go to filter, blur, version blur. So you use 18, but you can use any number which you prefer, but me I prefer using 18 or even 16 is still better, but let's just use 17. It's okay. Okay, the next thing I'm going to do, we're going to be using bringing out our lights. So this one. So need to be dragging it inside like this. So I'll close it. So the next thing I'm going to do, I'll be working on this. I'll rotate it first. Rotate it, okay. Then I'll go to filter, camera raw. I'm going to be using more of camera raw to work on it. So I increase the contrast a little bit. You can see, reduce the highlight like this. So the white, reduce the white too. Reduce the black. So it will give you something like this. Then increase the texture. Then the vibrance, you are going to increase it so that it can bring out the real color here. Then increase the saturation a little bit too. It's okay. So you get something like this. So I'm going to drag it up like this, like so. Then I'll still rotate it. Let me rotate it a little bit. So when I rotate it, I get something like this. Then I will increase it. So it will give us something like this. Very, very perfect. So the next thing I'm going to do, we are going to change our blending option to screen. So when I get it, this is what I'll get like this. So yeah, there's this light here that I don't want. So to remove it or add layer mask, I'll come to my brush. I'll just increase the brush size, clean it off. So I'll clean any space I don't want off. So that's it. Okay, so the next thing I'm going to do, I'll be working on this. Take this one here. So I was wasting our time. I'll still go back to our design. Going to take it inside. I'll close this one. So I'll increase it like this. So the next thing I'm going to do, I'll come to my quick magic with tools. Just select the black part of it. Then hit delete. Then deselect. So you can see how it is. Very, very fine and very, very sharp. So the next thing I'm going to do is to work on this I'm going to work on it. Arrange it the way I want. It will not be too big, it will not be too small. So I think it's perfect here. Yeah, it's well centralized. Yeah, I think I need to reduce it a little bit. Okay. So I'll still take it to camera raw. My camera raw filter. Then I'll be working on it little by little. I'll increase the contrast very well, reduce the highlights, reduce the shadow. Yeah, I'll reduce the shadow. The white, so I'll reduce them. Then black, I'll reduce them. Then I'll now increase the texture. I want the texture to come out very fine. The vibrance, I don't need to do that, so I keep it at 0. So you can still copy this same settings here. I'll hit OK. So this is what we'll get. So the next thing I'm going to do, I'll just add shadow to it. So I'll go to my blending option here. Then I'll click on shadow. So I'll not want to add much shadow, but the distance should be like opacity 46. You can use 46. Opacity, the angle 122 degree distance. So you can just copy it like this, then you hit OK. So please make sure you take note of this thing I'm about to do. You can see this place, there is this reflection here. So to create this reflection that is here, first and foremost, you duplicate this layer into 2. How to do it? You drag this down to this place, or you press Ctrl J, you hide this down one. So we are going to be working on this one. So the first thing we are going to do, we'll come to our dodge. We're going to look for our dodge 2. Easy, dodge 2. Then you brush towards this place like this. So you can just increase the strength. If just brush towards this place, it will show as if light is coming from this place. You can see. Please don't do it too much. Don't do it too much. So just make sure you know how you do it. I think I still need to increase it. Like, let it come like this. Yeah. Okay, something like this. Something like this. Yes. Perfect. So the next thing I'm going to do, I'm going to be adding this gloomy light so that it can reflect on this our texture here. So I'll click on this. I'll go to my brush, which is B. Then I'll select the color from here. There, I'll just click on it. It's coming towards this direction too. I'll click on this place like this. You can see that's how to get this effect. So you can just try and increase it so that it can rhyme. So the next thing you are going to do, you are going to be changing the option to screen. So you can see this light. I see that the light is reflecting. That's how to get it as simple as that. So the next thing I'm going to do now, I'm going to start with my text. I'll go to my word, copy this. Let me start from this because I'll be breaking them. So I'll come back, my text bar, I'll paste them, call for. So like now, please, if you know you've not subscribed to my channel, please don't forget to do that. Please, I beg us. Okay, so the next thing I'm going to do, I'll drop my volunteer. So I'm going to be breaking this volunteer into 2. I'm going to be breaking this volunteer into 2. So I'm going to be vol and then tiers. So like this, something like this. So let me zoom in so that we can see what I'm going to be doing. Sorry, it's not supposed to be on capital letter. I think I can just change it like this. So just go to your text option. So now I'm going to be reducing the spacing in between the two texts. So like this, then the spacing in between like this. Yeah, I think this is okay. So I'll zoom out. I'll take it like this, then I'll increase the size like so. So like this. Make sure it fits in. Don't overdo it. So like this. It's okay. Then this call for, I'll shift it up a little bit. Then I'll now increase it. I'll increase it like this too. So we can see. Then I'll centralize the both of them like this. So it's now centralized. Next thing I'm going to do, I'll change the color to white. Yes, to white. I think white will be more fit. Then I'll add blending option to it. I'll just drop shadow. Drop the shadow. Can just work on the shadow again. Distance is too much, so the size, I'll reduce the size. We can see the effect here. I'll reduce the distance, increase the opacity a little bit. Then I'll hit OK. So the next thing I'm going to do, we can see how it's going, like very fine. So the next thing I'm going to be doing now is this. Let me zoom out so that we can see it, what we've been doing. I'm going to select these two texts. I'll select it, then I'll click on this space. I'll take them down to this light. So the light's supposed to be reflecting on them, so I can still increase them a little bit like this. So I'll shift it up a little bit. So I'll right click, then change the transform to screen. So I'll just increase it like this. Yeah, like this. Always remember this figure 7.4, or let's say -8. Then we'll shift it down a little bit like so. So and we can see how beautiful it is now. So that's how I get this. So another thing again, to work on this texture, we'll go to this place. You go to your burn tool. So I'm going to be burning this place, just as if reflection is coming down to this place, but here the dark reflection is going back. So I'm going to be burning this place like so. So these are how to get this effect done. So the next thing I'm going to do, I'll come to my text, copy this, Ctrl C, I'll copy them. I'll go back to my Photoshop. I just paste them, Ctrl V1. So now since it's like this, I'll just be breaking the text out one by one, like so. So that's how one of the way to just manipulate your background. So the spacing in between, I'll put it outer. I'll change everything to capital letter like this. So you can see I'll change the color to what? White. The spacing in between should be what? 0. Then I'll increase the font size to 8. So I'll make sure I centralize them like this. So as simple as that. So I'll come back to my, before then I'll take my rectangle to, I'll just drag it like this, give it this color. You can still reduce it a little bit if it's just too much. So I'll be manipulating the edges, the angles. So I'll just do this one here. Just work on it, look for what works best for you. So just do something like this. So you can see the way I manipulate it. So I'll come to this place, blending option now. Then the next thing I'm going to is this inner glooming. So I'll change the color. Always make sure if you're using inner glooming, make sure your color is brighter. Pick a brighter color. So something like this. The opacity is too much, so I'm going to reduce it. The size is okay. It's okay like this. So I'll still change the color. I don't like this color. So something like this. Your shadow, yeah, more important, so that can bring out the beauty. So I reduce it. I see. So the next thing I'm going to do, I'll come to my word. I'll just select this volunteer, send volunteer. Then I'll paste them here. paste it here. I'll be breaking the text apart from here, part of. Okay, so now we stand here. I'm going to reduce it to 6. Then I'll change the font size. Then I'll change the font to monostraight. So 6, yeah, this one, I think this font size is okay, but let me just reduce it a little bit. Oh, sorry, Ctrl Z. Yeah, like this. So I'm going to be working on the more important thing, which is like volunteer. So I'm going to change the fonts to what? To bold, a bolder one, extra bold, the phone number where you can send a bold, extra bold. Yes, so that's it. That's how we get this thing. So the second to the last thing we are going to do before we go, we'll come to our cycle tool. So I just draw a cycle, change the color to white. Then there's this background, this my megaphone. So I already removed the background already. Sorry. Like, and I'll drop it like this. Then I'll turn it horizontal. Then I'll just try and work on it. You can just try and work on it. Look for what fits you more. How to get this. So I'll just increase it. Something like this. Something like this. It's okay, but it's not fitting the background. So I'll go to our camera raw, camera shifter, camera raw. So I'll be working on the color one by one. I'll reduce the black. So the main thing is this color gradient. We have this color mixer. That's where the main this thing is. So I'm going to be reducing the blue. You can see it here. Check this out. Reduce the blue. I'll reduce the blue like this. Control and saturation. Reduce the blue. This is the blue still. So call it to this place. The blue. Yeah, like this. The red or the orange I increase. I reduce like this. Same to this place. Call to this place. I increase the orange. Increase the red. So you do same to this place. So for you to just try and test it how it look. It's okay. You can see the color now. So I'm going to select these two. I'm going to increase them like this, like so. So the next thing I'm going to do, you see that this megaphone here is pointing at this volunteer. So in the next thing I'm going to do, I'm going to look for an effect that will match this. So how do I do that? I'll come to this place, this one here, this lens. I'll drag it to my design. I'll bring it down here. It's too big, so I'll reduce them. I'll reduce it like this. They are now to rotate it like this. So I'll still reduce it again. So what we are trying to get is this light effect. So I'll just change the blending option to screen so we can see how it goes. It's going, so I'm going to work on it a little bit like this again. So I increase it again, so the light is flashing. Are it okay? So we'll come to this place, add our layer mask so that we can remove this place. So to do that, you need to zoom in, pick your brush tool, then reduce the brush, then you clean on it. You just something like this, so you just as if the reflection is coming from this megaphone, so you can see. So I'll just reduce the opacity a little bit reduce the opacity a little bit. So to make this thing more real on this texture, so I'm going to select this texture. Don't forget our dodge tool, so I'll just clean on this place like this to show that this reflection is going to this place. So like that's the main thing. Then the last thing is this. So I'm going to drag it inside. I'll use my magic wood to click on this place. Right, hold your shift, click on it, then click delete. It's going to delete it automatically. Ctrl D, click on Ctrl D, it will deselect. So you have something like this. So I'll just increase it like this. Then the next thing I'm going to do, I'll go to my filter, blur. I'll blur it. So I can use 17 or any one I want. Let me just use 17. Let's just maintain 17 or 18. So I'll take it to this place. So but before that I'll need to work on you can see that the color is kind of different from the background. So I'll take it to camera raw, filter, just try and work on it, darken it a little bit, or to the air contrast, use the contrast, the highlights, reduce the highlights, yeah. Then the black, reduce the black, still white, reduce, and so I think we get what we want like this. It's okay. You can see it's now matching the background. So I'll make the copy, duplicate it. So I'll take this one up, then I'll rotate it like this. Like this. So I'll be having something like this on this place too. So that's it. Then the last thing to work on everything, you just hold your Ctrl Shift Alt E, so it will automatically export the work. Then you go to camera raw, you can just color grade it, add any effect. So just go to our contrast, increase our contrast a little bit to reduce the highlights of the design like so. Our white, reduce the white a little bit, increase the black. Then I'll go to vibrant, you can just increase the vibrant a little bit. Then I'll come to filter, increase this one a little bit, then add more green to it, that can have this tone or noisy effect. It's okay. So that's how we get this thing. So thank you for watching. I love you. Bye bye.